Hey howdy hey partners, today I'm going to show you how to do a felt mod inside of Woody's hat. Let's get into it.
Reach for the sky!
You're watching Today I Grew Up.
To infinity and beyond!
You're looking at my Woody 3.0 that I recently traded for my 3.5. I will do a review on that in a future video, but this video is going to focus on a felt mod for his hat. Inside of Woody's hat, you notice there's some felt in there that I used hot glue gun on to stick in there, and I'm going to show you how I do this. So if you're wondering why you do this, is because his head is painted, it's customized, it's 3D printed, it is a custom Woody head. You know, it is a little bit fragile. It's not meant to be thrown around. It is meant to be for display. And I realized if we have the hat on and maybe it just sits there for a long time, maybe temperature changes in the room, you don't know, the paint could rub off or melt on the hat, but because there's a felt protecting the lining of the hat, so it's not just a stiff plastic or resin or whatever you're using for the hat, it is going to be a little slippery and maybe prone to falling a little bit more, but if it's just for display it will stay and it's not a big deal, but it's now going to polish the head and it's not going to damage the paint. So that's the reason why I do the felt mod, because it just looks right on Woody when you put the hat on him, and also it protects the paint on your 3D custom head. So that's why I recommend this mod. So for this custom mod, you're going to need some sharp scissors, you're going to need some brown felt that I got at the craft store. It was only 69 cents, I believe, for one sheet of brown felt, so that was convenient. And also you're going to need a hot glue gun, and make sure you have extra glue sticks around when you run out. You're going to need that. And the reason why I use hot glue to stick the felt in the hat is because if you use super glue, it's permanent, but if you use hot glue, you can always rip it out and it won't damage anything. So I like to do things that you can reverse and not permanently alter. So I cut the pieces out already, and you can just see what I'm left with. Basically, I use about 3 pieces for this. One piece there, and one piece here, and also one piece here for the bottom. So basically, you just kind of have to have fun playing with cutting the felt, and just make pieces that kind of fit, and just keep trimming it until it fits right. And then what I'm going to do is add the hot glue. So first I'm going to start with this bottom piece, and then I'm going to glue in the other 2 pieces. Alright, so we're going to start with a little bit of glue. You know, you definitely want to be kind of quick with this because it does dry very quickly. So I'm going to spread this around here just to get enough for it to stick well. You can be a little generous with it. It's not going to mess anything up if you even use a little bit. You can only use a little bit, too little, and then it won't stick well. But you don't want to burn yourself, because when you do this it gets very hot. So then while it's still cooling, you can kind of adjust it in there like you saw I did, and then just press it down firmly here with your thumb. And then just be careful, because like I said, if you use too much you can burn yourself when doing this part. So then you just spread it evenly, and there you go, we have our first layer in there. I guarantee that's not going to fall out because that is glued very well. And like I said, you can always rip this out if you change your mind, and it won't ruin the hat because hot glue will not ruin this material, plastics or anything like that. So you are good to go with that part. And then for the sides of the hat, I like to, instead of putting the glue directly in the hat, just put it behind the felt, because then that way you're not going to have a lot of bleed over. So yeah, just be careful. As I said, it's really hot. I just got myself a little bit there. Yes, it does hurt, but it's not the worst pain ever. You know, it's hot glue. It's not going to hurt you really. So next we're going to put this next strip on the side here. Let's do this right here, and just go very slowly and gently here. You know, the worst case scenario is, oh, you kind of slid it too far, maybe, you know, it's not lining up with the other piece, but you can always cut other pieces and try again. It's not going to ruin anything. As you can see, I'm just kind of gently pressing on it. So we're spreading that glue around behind the felt, making sure everything looks good. You don't want to go too much over the edge here of the hat, because then it's going to look weird. The whole point of this is you don't want it to show on the sides or anything like that. So just keep that in mind when doing this. You want to make the line right about there, leave a little bit of space so that the felt does not show, and it's mainly just to protect Woody's paint, like I said. So that looks good to me, and it's glued down secure. And at the end we can always check extra pockets or folds where we feel like it can come off. We'll just add more glue behind those spots. Like right here, I would add a little bit more glue. Another good tip for this is just make sure you kind of align it so you know, okay, that's where I'm going to go with it before you actually put the glue. Otherwise, you're going to get confused yourself and possibly mess up if you don't kind of put it in there and see where it's going. So again, without burning myself this time, I'll keep my other hand away. We're going to just do like, you know, some glue here. Just go slowly. You do have like maybe a minute time window before it really starts drying after you finish putting this layer down. So next what I'm going to do is get the strip here and just be very careful putting it in there like you want it. And then we're going to play with how we manipulate it in there. Don't worry if you mess up, like I said. It's just felt. You can always rip it out. So now we're going to go back here and find any little pockets that might need more glue behind it so that it seals a little better, like right there. It definitely needed a little bit more. And any excess glue like that, you can just peel off once it dries. It's very easy to peel this off, so I'm not worried about things like that. Okay, so I spent time cleaning up the extra glue. It's all very secure in there. I tested it by, you know, being rough with it, because you do want it to make sure it's going to stay on Woody's head, and also these parts are not going to fall off later. So I'm very happy with the result. I think it looks awesome, and this is going to be great now for Woody. And like I said, you can't tell it's really been done on there, only when you turn it over. So I am using a collection hat because this is my friend Junior Felix's hat. He wanted me to do the mod for him. I'm going to be adding cord to it later. For now, it is just the felt mod to show you partners how I do these things. And here is the one I got from Not a Toy Company. It's basically the same thing except a different kind of hat. But the felt mod is successful, and now we're going to put it on my Woody 3.0 for fun. Okay, so we're putting it on Woody, and there we go. Looks great. I think it looks awesome, and it's kind of slippery, like I said, but you know, it's not to the point where it's going to fall off of his head either. You can position it any way you want, and it'll look great for display. Some people like to slope it like this, maybe forward, high up like this, but I love the way it sits on his head. The felt mod does add a little bit of height to the hat, so it naturally rests a little bit higher on his head, as you can see there, which actually looks more movie accurate in my opinion. So I'm actually glad that the felt kind of adds a buffer for a little bit of cushion to protect the head, but also to heighten the hat placement on the head to look more movie accurate in my personal opinion. So I think this Woody looks super cool now. And now you can be rest assured that your modded Woody head, custom painted head, will be protected because of the felt. And that's the reason why I came up with that mod to do this. Well, partners, I hope you enjoyed this video tutorial. I hope it helps you in your movie accurate Woody mod quest, if that's what you're doing. If not, I hope you enjoy these videos anyway. As always, partners, thank you so much for watching, liking, and commenting on these videos. It really helps support what I do here on YouTube. If you'd like to continue to support me on this journey, all you have to do is hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, see you later for future videos on this channel, and I'll see you, partners, on the next video review.
You weren't the real Buzz Lightyear. You're an action figure. You are a sad, strange little man. You are a sad, strange little man. You are a child's plaything. Hey, Ham, look, I'm Picasso.
I don't get it.